The next time he asks for me, you know what you're gonna say? She died. She was gone somewhere, she flew away, she lives in a whole different country. Man.
In the room with a spotlight, lights, camera, action, film it cause she's so tight. Outfit lit, gotta get my scene card. Rolling with the 4 friends, rated 5 stars. Confident, swagged out, she be holding it down, no doubt. Hustling on her own, and for that I call her grown and confident.
Hey guys, are you excited? Here with my first video. I am Vanna Trench. Yes. Been trying to do this forever, ever. And now I'm officially doing it. Here to stay, not leaving. Nothing ain't gonna stop me. Bia. Nothing's gonna stop me. So my first video is I'm gonna tell you guys a story time about the time I got stalked by a thief at work. Are you ready? Are you guys ready for this video? Like, are you ready? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Say it loud. First, subscribe. I'm waiting. Waiting for you to subscribe. You're gonna like this video, so how about you like it too while you're subscribing? I'll wait. Now, get into the story time. Get into it. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story time about the time I was at work and got stalked by a thief. So let's bring it to the very beginning. So my girl's trying to be out and stuff. Very beginning. We're gonna get to it. So let's get into it. So about 4 or 5 years ago, let's say, this guy came into my workplace and he needed help in men's. So I was a visual merchandiser at the time. I still am a visual merchandiser, but for a different company now. I'm a visual merchandiser. The guy came in and he's like, hi, I need help in men's. So I'm like, within the store, there's like visual merchandiser and then there's like department managers. So the department manager was there. So she's the department manager for men's. So I went to him and I'm like, yeah, sure, there's a lady that can help you there. Who told Miss Me, Miss this girl, Miss that bitch to say that to this man? Who told me to say that to this man? This man was like, I want you to help me. I don't want her helping me. I want you to help me. So I was like, huh? He starts embarrassing me in the store, embarrassing himself in the store, screaming and shouting and hollering that he only wanted me to help him. So I walk my little pretty behind over there and I go and help him. And so I help him with what he needs. Then I go in the back, tell my manager the story. So we're like cracking up laughing. My assistant manager's like, we're dying, rolling, everything. Heart palpitations, everything on the floor. Dying. Because we're like, oh my God, what just happened? So I'm explaining it to him. So the same girl that was the men's department manager, she comes in the back and she's like, hey, guys, and I'm like, what? She's like, the guy's sitting outside on the bench waiting for you. Waiting for who? For who? She's like, yeah, he's waiting for you. So my booby's trying to make an entrance, y'all. Excuse, sorry. They trying to do too much. Let me just button this up a little more. So she's like, they're outside. He's outside on the benches waiting for you. Waiting for me for when? Till you're done work. So my manager's like dying. I'm taking this. I'm like, what? Waiting for me? For what? She's like, yeah, he's waiting for you. I'm like, okay. So I'm done work now. It's like maybe 2-3 hours later. I'm done work because it was like midway through my shift. So I'm done work now. My manager kind of peeps outside because there's like benches outside of my workplace. So she's like peeping outside to see, or sorry, he's peeping outside to see the guy's gone. So we're like, just in case, let your pretty behind take a cab home. So he like walks me outside to the cab. So like before I leave work, I call the cab and I'm like, hey. So he walks me outside to the cab, take a cab home. Cool, whatever. thinking that's the end of that. Outside was playing some bumping music. So, a few years later now, homie decides to show up at my workplace. Again, I'm at the same job, maybe 2 years later, 2 years later. I'm at the same job. He decides he want to pop his behind in. So now, he want to be stealing. His little crazy ass decided that he want to be stealing. So, he's there. Everybody's like getting these clues from him, like he's stealing. So my manager's like, can you watch him? Because you the mouthiest. You know, I'm like, I may be the mouthiest, but I ain't gonna be watching him. Y'all ain't paying me to be watching people. Y'all ain't supply me with no gun. Y'all ain't supply me with no cuffs. Y'all ain't supply me with no taser. Y'all don't supply me with none if this dude wanna come after me. I ain't watching him. I for sure ain't watching him. Y'all better think again, cause I am not watching homie. I am not watching him. No. So I'm minding my business. I'm back to my other area. They're like, they have somebody else watching him. They call security. So what homie was doing was spraying out perfume, walking out. Spraying out perfume, walking out. Then he would come back, spray more perfume, leave. Then what he was doing, he was like making a mess of the tables, like making it like throwing like piles and piles and piles and piles of clothes on the tables. So if we wouldn't know what he stole, when he stole it, nothing. Because that's what thieves do. They confuse you, make a mess, so we don't know what they stole. That's what homie boy was doing. So that a few days later, he decides he wants to come back. He wants, again, my help. Why? I don't know. Do I look like I want to help you, sir? No, I don't. So then he's like, can I get help with the shoes? So at my store, we had men's shoes. Like little cheap, like $10, $20 shoes. So are you telling me you can't afford $10, $20 shoes? You really telling me you can't afford that? He couldn't afford that. So what he did, this crazy ass man decided to do what he decided to do. He decided that he wanted to, while I wasn't looking or nobody was looking, he took off his old shoes and then put on our new shoes and walked out of the store. Why? So we got cameras. But the thing about the cameras were like so whack, like if we were to check the cameras, it would take us like a week to get back the footage. Homie's dead, gone, smoking a blunt somewhere, nowhere to be found. So that did nothing for us. Like it literally did nothing for us. So now, a few weeks later, I decided I want to go out. So I need a little bit of edge control to, you know, fix up these little baby hairs, tame my hair. So I go to the hair store in the mall. I buy me some Cantu. Sponsor. I buy me some Cantu edge control. Why does he work in the mall, in the hair store in the mall? Because the hair store in the mall was like half barbershop, half hair store. Why he work on the barbershop store side, sweeping up the hair on the floor. He wasn't cutting nobody's hair. He wasn't cashing out nobody, but he was a sweeper man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Get your money how you get your money. But why you gotta be up in the mall that I work in, stalking me and shit? Why you gotta be doing all of that? Anyways, now a few months later from that, I'm at a job interview for the job that I'm at now. And he decides to be in the mall the same time I'm in. And this is a completely different mall. Whole brand new mall. Why does he decide to be in the same mall? While I'm at my job interview. Do you have a GPS on my ass, sir? Do you have a GPS on me? Like, dead. Like, why are you in the mall at the same time at my job interview? So for this job interview, how it works is you have to do, because I'm a visual merchandiser, you have to do pulls. They have to see, basically, are you capable of the job? Are you able to pull mannequins, pull outfits, pull windows, stuff like that. So they give you about half an hour, let's say, to do it. They give you about a half an hour. They say, run free in the store, pull, I think at that time I did 4 or 5 looks, and everybody's trying to be making noise. Now there's a lawnmower. Sir, shouldn't you be at your job? I'm sorry if y'all can hear that lawnmower right now. Anyways, so about 4 or 5 looks for half an hour. Why? Can you guys answer me and tell me why this man was following me around for that half an hour? Followed me on the whole store at this job interview while I was pulling looks for the window. Why? What he doing it? So he's following me around, whatever. I act like I don't see him, I act like I don't notice him, all of that. So now the lady's like, time for the questionnaire time. So me and her are sitting outside. There's like benches outside of the store of that mall. So literally, let me explain to you guys how this whole thing happened. It was the lady interviewing me. It was me. This man decided to sit right here next to me, listening to the whole interview. Why? Listening to my whole interview. So I guess he wants to know about me. He wants to know where I've been, what I do, what I'm going to do. This man was listening for the whole interview. For the whole thing. So the lady's like kind of like, you can tell she was vibing like what the hell's going on. But I was like ignoring him, like into my interview, whatever. So that same day, me and my friend, don't ask, me and her were interviewing the same day for the same job. She was just going to work at a different location. I was going to work at this location. Cool. So maybe a few months later, I get hired at my new job, the same job. I get hired, and I'm on my way to go clubbing. You know, I'm lying. I don't listen to. I listen to that trap shit. Feel me, you diggy, bow bow. Yeah, that's what I listen to. I'm at my new job now. I'm in the car. My friend's driving. She calls me. She's like, "Yo, guess what?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yo, why was your stalker?" I call him my stalker. At this point, you're my stalker. If you follow me to every job, follow me knowing when I'm going to be at that job at what time, all of that, you're my stalker. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound non-humble, nothing. I'm very humble. But you're basically my stalker at this point. So I'm there. She calls me. I'm like, "Hello?" She's like, "Yo, guess who was at my job yesterday looking for you?" I'm like, "Who?" Like, you know, I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Your stalker." My who, my what, my how, he was where. And then she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "He came, he was asking for you. And he was like, where's your friend that used to work with you?" And then she's like, "I don't know, I don't talk to her anymore." I'm like, "Miss, the next time he asks for me, you know what you're gonna say? She died. She was gone somewhere, she flew away, she lives in a whole different country. Man, sir, why are you asking for me? Do I look like I want you? I would have given you the time of day the first time if I wanted you." But this man was adamant for me. I don't know why. I don't know how. He kept finding me. He kept finding my friends. He kept finding my people. He kept finding everyone. Wherever I went, he was finding me. So that's pretty much the story of the thief that stalked me. He yelled at me. He embarrassed me. He did all these things. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why, guys. I don't know. I don't know why. But he just kept finding me. But thank you for listening to my story time on the thief that stalked me. Like, comment, subscribe. This is my first video. I'm so excited. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I've been trying to do this for so long. Give me a kiss.